How often do we actually push our limits? I watched a video a long time ago where a Navy SEAL ran a 100-mile 6-man relay race alone, with a single bottle of water, a bag of crackers and a foldable chair. I went back and rewatched that video, and the part that I had forgotten was that there was another person who ran the same race, but in a team of 6. He later invited the Navy SEAL to meet. The SEAL told him to do as many pull-ups as he could. After doing 8, he was told to take 30 seconds break and do it again. The guy managed to do 6 more. Finally, the SEAL told the guy, "Okay, we're gonna do 100 more." And one by one, he completed it. The saying that I remember from this video is, when you think that you're done, you're actually only 40% done. Welcome to Experiment 1. So I wanted to test this for myself. Oh, and the reason I'm wearing a wrist wrap in this video is to cover a few blisters which had popped literally 10 minutes before filming. So, in this experiment we will be doing chin-ups instead of pull-ups, just because the pull-up bar rotates when doing pull-ups but not chin-ups, and it's more convenient facing this way. Now that that's cleared, the rules are simple. If I let go, I can have 2 seconds maximum rest in between doing chin-ups to start off with. I have to keep going until my mind tells me that I'm done, and then I have to keep going even more. After that, I can take a breather in between chin-ups, and I will max out the number of chin-ups I can do. So I'm just a normal guy who's barely been to the gym 5 times in my lifetime and hasn't played much sport in the last 3 years. With that said, this is what happened. I did an initial 6 with no rests, then maintained the 2-second rule for a further 8, then 3 more with slightly longer rests before failing to do a full chin-up. After failing 3 more times, my brain told me to give up. So 17. A measly 17 and 4 fails. On a normal day I would probably accept this and just do some more the next day. But this ain't no normal day. I took significantly longer rests and surprisingly managed to do 19 more before my arms started failing.
Another one.
I had 3 more failed attempts before my arms felt like they would actually drop off. Throughout this I wasn't counting and had to look back at the footage, and this really surprised me. The 19 chin-ups that I did afterwards definitely felt like a lot less when I was doing them. So I did 17 out of 36 chin-ups when my mind told me that I was done. This comes out to 47.2%. This means that 52.8% of what I did was over the limit of what my brain initially told me. I do think that with even longer rests I could have done even more. I wrote down how much rest I took in between chin-ups, and it averages to 27.1 seconds, and this is for the 19 chin-ups afterwards. So I wanted to look into this a little more, so I typed up all of the cumulative totals alongside the rest times per corresponding chin-up and graphed it on Excel. I took the equation that Excel predicted as a trend line and graphed it on Desmos graphing calculator, which by the way is awesome and you guys should totally check out. This would let me predict how many I could have done with more rest. The graph has a maximum of just over 40, which means I could probably have done 4 more chin-ups before dropping dead. If we now look at the 17 my brain initially approved, out of 40 that's 42.5%, which is insane. This just shows how much potential is left in us after we stop, and how much potential we have as a whole. So next time you think about giving up, don't. You're not done.